Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
जितना ज़्यादा एक्सपोजर मिले, जितना ज़्यादा किताबें तो पढ़ोगे, किताबें हर कोई पढ़ता है, बाहर का एक्सपोजर जितना लोगे उतना ज़्यादा फायदा है. That'll make wonders, that'll bring wonders for you.
Welcome back to another episode of Know Your Alumni. Today we have with us Mr. Shubhendra Chauhan. He is a B.Tech 2016 graduate from NIFTEM. After his B.Tech, he pursued his MBA from Shailesh Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay, and later, and since then, he is working with Procter Gamble as a project manager. Hi, sir.
Hi Gagandeep. Thank you for having me here. It feels really good to be back around within the NIFTEM circle. Hello everyone. I hope this session is helpful to you in some way or the other. Let's see what Gagandeep has got for all of us.
Okay. So, kindly, can you brief us about your journey at NIFTEM? Like, how did you start, shift towards CAD?
I was pretty much clear during my B.Tech days that I would want to go ahead and pursue an MBA and do an appear for CAT. So it was in 2015 that I was doing my internship in Mondelez in their Thane R&D plant. So there was a difficult time where for 6 months you are there away from home. You're trying to prepare for your CAT exam, living by yourself, and then you have your CAT exams on your head. So difficult times, but somehow managed and got through the CAT. Didn't get a good score, that's why I was not able to go to the IIM, but I was pretty clear that I want to do MBA right after my B.Tech. So had made up a mind maybe in, I would say in second year or third year that ठीक है बॉस, इसके बाद MBA ही करनी है, डायरेक्टली जॉब में नहीं जाऊंगा, पढ़ाई पूरी करूंगा, घर से भी प्रेशर था, पढ़ाई पूरी कर फिर जो करना है कर. So that was the thing, that was the motivating factor. And then ठीक है, got through. So I always wanted to do an MBA in supply chain. My master's majors were supply chain, so I had a good understanding of what supply chain was because NIFTEM also offers a lot of courses in supply chain. So थोड़ा idea उधर से मिला. And then Shailesh Mehta happened, 2 years in MBA, and then got campus placed into Procter Gamble. That's how it is. Talking about how I prepared for CAT would be, for others who are listening, very basic thing is, यार तुम्हें CAT सही में करना है? Do you really want to do that job? You really want to go and work towards work in a field which is which takes long hours for you. After doing an MBA, it's not a cakewalk. The 2 years in MBA are it squeezes you out. बहुत पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती है, and after that life is not that rosy that you think. Yeah. So 2-3 key mantras won't make a Gyan session. 2-3 key mantras for CAT. Discipline is must. After my internship, I used to work from 9 to 5:30, I would say. And then 3 to 4 hours every day I used to study for my CAT exams. Weekends were all about mock tests. Mock tests are very important. You need to give a lot of mock tests to clear it out. Otherwise you will be taken by surprise in the CAT exam. Interview preparations, after you clear your exam, then the interview preparation is very important. So I at that time enrolled for Time Institute, which gave me good experience. I don't know how people prepared who didn't go to any institute, but for me the coaching institute was very good to help me out. And one key mantra would be talk to a lot of people, know what you really want to do. Marketing करना है, ops करना है, sales करना है, finance करना है, international business करना है, plethora of streams. क्या करना है? Decide तो करो पहले. Then only it can lead to a good life ahead, I would say.
Okay, that's a major problem that most of us feel when we are into internships, like how to prepare. You cleared it for us. Thanks a lot, sir. So moving forward, we'd like to know what was the selection process for your Procter & Gamble and something you remember from that interview.
So just to give you an understanding, P&G doesn't look for someone to go there and do the work. P&G looks for leaders. So everyone working over there is a leader, and they have to take decisions which are make or break for that particular, let's say a plant, let's say a business unit, or let's say a product that you are working with. So the entire hiring process is mainly and solely based on the leadership skills that you have. So how good you are with communication, how good you have taken your seeked your way throughout in difficult scenarios. PNG's interview process, it doesn't ask you technical jargons, technical questions. It's all about your leadership skills, your behavioral aspect that they check. So the process, just if I want to run you through the process, it would be you apply online, you give your CV, you go ahead with 2 rounds of written papers. One would be an aptitude test, similar to a CAT, pretty easy in comparison to CAT. Then you go for a psychometry test, which is mainly how you behave in different scenarios, the behavioral aspect that they check. And then later on, if you are good enough and they find you worthy, so they'll put you in an interview. Over there again, the same principle applies. They'll just ask you all the questions which will take you through, which will help them understand how good you are in terms of leadership. Um, I would say one of the most important question that I still remember, and which was a make or break question, or which was a wow moment for the interview, was when he asked what were the difficult situations where you showed your leadership skill, and I had a lot of them. I would say wow, because those experiences came from the village adoption program that I had, or in MBA I was the overall coordinator for my fest. So again, I would say जितना ज्यादा एक्सपोजर मिले, जितना ज्यादा किताबें तो पढ़ोगे, किताबें हर कोई पढ़ता है, बाहर का एक्सपोजर जितना लोगे उतना ज्यादा फायदा है. I'll make wonders, that'll bring wonders for you.
Okay. So can you take us through a day in the life of a project manager? What is your role at Procter Gamble as a project manager?
My role is more so. I worked in a lot of fields: project manager, product manager. Then so there are other aspects to it. I would say just before answering this question, I would like to make you understand what a product manager does. Product manager के अंदर बहुत सारे roles आते हैं. See, you are handling a product. उसमें you do the planning part. You do the marketing part. You do the sales part. उसके बीच में एक आता है execution. अगर आपने कभी एक अनुपमा मैम की क्लास होती है, I still remember that product life cycle, या I think भयाना सर की क्लास होती है, where I still remember faintly in second और third year वो बताते हैं कि product life cycle होती है कि एक ग्राफ बनता है, ऐसे करके ऊपर जाता है product life cycle में, फिर वो फेड होता जाता है. Product life cycle में क्या होता है, फिर उस चीज में क्या होता है कि आप पहले प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर कंसेप्चुलाइज करते हो, उसको सोचते हो कि वो बनाने के लिए क्या क्या चीजें चाहिए रहेंगी, फिर वो बनाते हो. वहां पे मेरा काम आता है, जो मेरा रोल है, और वो बन गया तो उसको बेचोगे, कैसे बेचोगे, मार्केटिंग का काम आ गया, ऑन ग्राउंड कैसे करोगे, सेल्स का काम आ गया. So how my day-to-day goes in is dealing with the real world problems. अगर हम प्लांट एनवायरनमेंट में काम कर रहे हो, कैसे उस चीज को, पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट को, आपको जो आपने एनविजन किया है उसको अपने हाथ में देखना है, how you are going to make it. It's very difficult, I would say. If you're not passionate about it, you will find it like क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं. Love what you do. अगर 12 13 घंटे 14 घंटे, at times there are days when we work for 15-16 hours, but it's only the passion that you have कि मुझे ये चीज करनी है, तो अब you'll work for it for those many working hours. Again, going back to the first thing that I told, क्या करना है वो दिमाग में क्लियर होना चाहिए, नहीं तो लंबा जाएगा ये सब चीजें और नहीं कर पाओगे. Difficult you will find it कि क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं. So that's how it is. मतलब different functions, different चीजें यार. So again, you have to decide, you want to do marketing, then a product manager's role in marketing would be different. Sales करना है, that will be different. Ops करना है, supply chain करना है, that will be different. ठीक है. So that's more or less my role is in ops, where you handle the products, when you handle the CPS, क्या क्या चीजें बनानी है, कैसे करना है, critical path analysis करते हो, you have certain activities, you achieve that, the product is on ground, हो गया. That's how it is. In simple terms.
Okay. So like some of the products that you have worked upon, or your favorite project in the last 2 years.
I would say so. I cannot name those products out. There are there in the market that you are using already. Worked in a lot of projects, but one of the project that is really close to my heart is one of the customization projects that we do. So these days it's all about customization. How can you make a product which is close to the customer? Whatever you want should be there on the product. Or how can you make a product just for a single person that lures him to buy your product? So that's an exciting field that I'm working on, and that's pretty close to it. You'll find a lot of product coming to the market. Maybe after this COVID scenario, we were supposed to hit the markets, but you can expect some good products. I cannot say the names out. That's the thing.
Okay. So can you tell us about like what are the skills that one should acquire being in a B school for a post like this? You had several options when you graduated off from an MBA, and you chose as a product manager. Like what was it that took you towards there?
I would say I just wanted to understand. You basically want to understand what are the skills that one needs to have in order to be a good project manager, or maybe in the field of ops. So one request or one suggestion that I can give people working in people studying in bachelors, that so I have colleagues who have done their B.Techs, M.Techs and MBAs from IIT IIMs. What differentiates them from us, or from people from other colleges, is that they start preparing for all these things at a very early age. B.Tech ke second year se hi they start preparing for a lot of certifications. They prepare a lot of competitions in India level, global level. So one recommendation would be projects karo bahut sare, live projects pakdo. You have to work for live projects. That you can get a lot of live projects from the startups. Aajkal itne startups hain. Approach the startup. LinkedIn is the best resource that can help you out to approach a founder of a startup directly. You can connect to him. You can pitch in ki I have these skills. I want to work for this particular thing. Give me a live project that you have. Work for free. It really doesn't matter. You will get a good exposure. This is one suggestion that I would give. Apart from this, you can approach professors within your college or within other colleges, IITs, IIMs. They work for a lot of projects extensively. You can work in their apprentice. So we have got 2-3 months chutti and all that. We can work over there. We can work remotely, be an apprentice to one of the professor. Gives you good exposure. Later on, if you want to go for a higher study, you can get a LOR as well from them. 2 things. Third thing would be competitions in terms of let's say big institutes like IIMs, IITs. They have their own a lot of competitions. बहुत सारे clubs, committees होते हैं, like we have in NIFTEM. So the competition scale over there, the advantage that they have is the scale is pretty high. You have big judges, the CXOs of the companies, top management of the companies coming and judging it. You get a good amount of exposure if you go over there. You perform. Let's say you take participant. If you're lucky enough, you can win it as well. Again, point being, you have to make your CV as strong as possible. If you want to aim for a MBA degree, or let's say for a job, that piece of paper should have some good names and some good competition, good skills that you have taken. Otherwise, those 4 years I would say are not that useful. That will take you nowhere. This is one of the learning. I have learned it the hard way, I would say. I can obviously help you out in these things. Other thing again would be, so majorly these things that I've told you are related to operations and supply chain. I cannot give you a lot of idea about marketing and sales for people who are interested over there. But one thing I've told you, projects. The other thing is competition. There are certain certifications that are there. I think KPMG, it's a big consultancy company, organizes Six Sigma training batches. So gives green belt to people. They do a 2-day or 3-day workshop, and then for Six Sigma, and then later on give you that certification. That's a good skill to have in, because Six Sigma is the basic for supply chain and ops if you really want to make a career out of it. That can be taken at a college level, where someone from the college can approach and talk them out. Apart from this, there is a good certification programs offered by EPICS. So EPICS is nothing but an organization for supply chain professionals who give you very good certifications which have got good market value if you put it on CV. I'll put all the links and all the descriptions. I'll send it out to you. You can help others as well for that. There are courses like CSCP, CPIM is in inventory management. There's one CSCP that I've told you as certified supply chain professional. There are transportation logistic courses as well. These are very important, very good courses to have. Let's say for our MTech folks who have maybe come with some experience, they can go for a PMP certification, which requires a minimum number of working hours, maybe 50. I exactly don't remember how many working hours, but it's a very good course if you want to apply for jobs in India and abroad, and maybe in MNCs. Just a trivia kind of thing. Even I'm preparing for that particular PMP certification. It's a very good skill to have. So, in a nutshell, given you three major verticals to work for: certification, competition, life projects. Make your CV strong, be it MBA, be it any job interview. It'll be really helpful.
Okay. So
I'll be sharing the links as well.
okay. So can you tell us like how your food tech background now helps you, or is there any role of the food tech background working as a project manager now after an MBA?
When you're going into an MBA, you have people from diverse backgrounds. So what you have studied in background really doesn't matter at all. There are people from commerce background, from arts background, from science background. IITs के बच्चे भी होते हैं, but कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You are at the same field whenever when you're there over there. I would say our curriculum is very diverse and it touches upon a lot of different fields, right from mechanical engineering to some of the basics of food science, food technology, then biochemistry, all these parts. Just an interesting story that I am actually working on one of the millennial project which is to establish an HVAC system. All of you would have studied the HVAC cycle, which Winkle sir, I think if he's still there, I don't know is Winkle there or not, but teaches. So when I was handed over this project that you have to do this for this our site and as a project manager, and so immediately this thing came into mind. This is like life taking a whole circle where I didn't study at all in this class. I was like, क्या काम आएगा मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में, फूड टेक मुझे MBA करनी है, मेरे किसी काम का नहीं है, मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगा. And I was like, I just passed it with like grace marks kind of thing. But I was like, life comes full circle and now I have to do a particular project and $1 million project and implement this particular HVAC. मुझे basics ही नहीं पता है यार. So it was so I would say basics पढ़ लो यार हर चीजों के, कहीं ना कहीं पता नहीं तुम्हें कहाँ काम आ जाएंगे, कहाँ पे क्या चीज जुड़ जाएगी. So again to answer, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मतलब as in everyone is in the same field, but जितना basic knowledge हो हर चीज की उतना ज़्यादा अच्छा है. It will help you in some way or the other in your projects if you are looking for a career in this particular field.
Okay. So we'll end up with a question like, if you are given a chance to go back to college days, something that you will want to relive now, that you missed in the college life.
I would say my college life was I would say it was a very good story. Everything was good. I'm still in touch with my friends. We hang out, we meet once a year, and one moment that I would still relive is, I would say, so we used to go for VAP in Mandi. So I would really again want to go for one of the village adoption program. I don't know. It's a very controversial topic to talk about, seeing the background, but it was good, exciting fee. It was a good time to go. Learned a lot. I would say practical knowledge बहुत मिला VAP से. It's really good. So एक वो चीज है. बाकी यार हॉस्टल के दिन तो किसको याद नहीं आएंगे. My friends and everyone. Best place to be, I would say. We had challenges with the resource and everything, but it was good. Having a hard time.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for taking your time.
It's thank you very much for having me here. It's a really good initiative that you're doing. I would say at our time, if we would have had these things and known a lot about all these things, the struggle would have been a bit easier, I would say. Last thing that I would want to capture, just one small thing. So when we are talking about everything, supply chain, data management, everything, so data is the, when they say na, data is the new oil. So data है आपके पास, but data बोलेगा कैसे, data से क्या inference निकालोगे. एक बहुत important skill that everyone, I would say, who's eyeing to have a career in this field is, learn Excel as good as you can. Data visualization tool like Power BI, Tableau, Spotify, कुछ एक सीखो. I'm good in Power BI, I would say. Excel मुझे अच्छा आती है, but what I believe is ये सब भी कम है. आई एम स्टिल ट्राइंग टू लर्न वन ऑफ द कोडिंग लैंग्वेजेस, आई वुड से. आर पे काम कर रहा हूँ मैं. डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर ये करियर पे आप इस पे सोच रहे हो तो प्लीज गो एंड you have time to learn these things. It'll be very good, very handy tool. Fine. So I'll share all the links and everything that I have. You can circulate it to people, whoever finds it useful. And rest, anyone can approach me for any help. I'm available. Sure. Yeah, that's it. That's it from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.